Quali has a game that they published, and I saw this and I thought to myself, I want to tell you all about it. Roll to the Top. This is a 2 to 5 player game, ages 9 and up, and should run you about 15 to 25 minutes. The goal of the game is to complete your challenge sheet by filling in numbers in all the squares of your sheet. Each game round, some of the 4, 6, 8, 12, and 20-sided dice get rolled for all players. Write the rolled numbers from the bottom of the top of your sheet, with each new number higher than or equal to each number underneath it. Your squares can contain a number from one die, or the sum of 2 or more dice. You can also skip 1 or more dice. Before each next round, the special white die tells the next player clockwise to add, remove, or swap a die before rolling. The key tactic is creating the best opportunities. The 4, 6, 8, 12, and 20-sided dice are capricious, so try to anticipate on chances. Really interesting. Yeah, I have been getting into the roll and write games a little bit lately, so I'm trying to find some more interesting versions of that concept, and that's when I came across the Roll to the Top, and there's a few expansions out for it as well. And I guess this covers the whole concept of them, I guess. So the concept of it's like visiting, world famous sites and using numbers to fill in the sites to kind of create them. And just visually, I thought that was so interesting, seeing that. So I decided to keep looking into it. On a very base level, I have to say that the use of landmarks in the game is pretty smart. It's cool. It's a good idea. Because it's educational. It's educational to a point. And I think when you can have a game that's educational without being an educational game, that's definitely a bonus. Because nobody, even gamers and kids, nobody wants to feel lectured at. Nobody wants to feel like they're being taught something when they're sitting down to play a game. But when you incorporate elements like, world famous landmarks and world famous sites directly into the game, well, I mean, the game is still fun. It could have been anything. It could have been trees of forests and the different leaves, and it could have been anything, I'm sure it could have been. But they went this route, and you don't even notice that it's a little educational. That's good. Now, the way the game is set up, it seems, if I'm understanding what I'm reading about it correctly, it seems that the rules of the game do give you a good chance to mix up the whole luck versus plotting, planning, and strategies. So there are going to be ways that during the course of the game, between the rolls, that you're going to be able to alter and change things a little bit here and there. And that's important, because if the game didn't have a way to create strategy and it was just purely a luck-based game, it would be forgettable. Let's be honest. So adding in this ability to put in strategy and plans by sort of controlling, altering, or changing things here and there, that's what makes the game. I enjoy the fact that this is a nice, tight, fast game. I mean, from what the publisher said, from what I'm reading about it, it definitely does seem to be the kind of game that you're going to be able to have as a nice filler game before, like, a main day happens. Like, let's say you're planning a day with doing a few runs of Pandemic. This is a good game to start off the day with. Quick, it's fast, it's fun, and it gets you in the mood for wanting a bigger game, especially something like Pandemic that takes place around the world. It's like, in Roll to the Top, we just built the Eiffel Tower, and now there's a plague over here in Paris. What a connection. Okay, it's a bit of a stretch or whatever, but no, maybe it's not. But yeah, it is. It's a good, fun, light filler game with some tight strategy and some luck. From what I'm reading, what I'm being reported, not like I'm being reported, like I have people coming in, hey, John, did you hear this? Information I gather myself. But yeah, that's the way I feel about reading this. It's no surprise at all. So far, my experience with roll and write games are that they are very simple, rule wise. Not difficult, not hard. There's nothing nuanced about them. There's no little fidgety rules here and there. You have to keep track of 1,000 tiny things. This follows suit. Everything I've read, everything I've seen, this does definitely follow suit. That this is an easy, simple game to play, not a heavy rule game, and what rules there are, a lot of it are kind of organic. At least to a seasoned gamers, you're gonna understand the game before you even start reading the rules in entirety. I think that's what I'm getting from everything I'm reading about it. I think this is definitely the kind of game that you want to learn about. If you're a dice chucker and you like filler games and some fun roll and write stuff with world landmarks. I mean, this game is obviously designed for you. But even if you're just looking for a fun, fast game to play, then get some more information on this. Watch some playthroughs of it. That's going to be my final decision. I'm going to go watch some playthroughs of this myself and see what that makes me think about it. Because when you watch a game played, you're going to know if you're going to have fun with it or not. You have a pretty damn good idea if your friends and your gamers, your family are going to have fun with it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Maybe you should do the same. Go, get some more information, watch some playthroughs of Roll to the Top.